It's day 82 and we're gonna have food at Black Bear Diner. No drawing yet. That's gonna come later tonight. I thought he was gonna do something.
Yep.
Do something.
Hi, just here to have some breakfast with my...
At the Black Bear Diner, they've just introduced Bear Claw French toast. I don't know what that means. I mean, it's a donut. It's not what I thought a Bear Claw would be. I'm thinking of the 7-Eleven kind of Bear Claw. So this is, kind of looks like a meatloaf. That's Officer Ion Butt.
Hey, buddy,
They got little leg
boys.
warmers
They just
on.
got a haircut.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
shorn.
they did.
You guys look fresh and funky.
You're tagged.
And funky fresh.
Oh,
And you smell kind of
Scott.
funky.
Yeah?
I smell it.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm getting... Oh, look at that. I'll go in this one. Look at him digging in there.
Hey, that's my puddle.
Yeah.
You tell him, boyo. Dude, make a noise. I think if you make a noise, it'll look better. Yeah. Okay, now do the bite. Do the bite. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now poop yourself.
Yeah, how'd you get up there?
She just jumped out.
She's the star commander of goats. Still day 82, 3, the day at the farm. It's been a crazy day. Went out to eat, went to the farm park place, then went to see Shazam, which I guess weirdly doesn't come out for 2 weeks, but it was out today if you bought it through Fandango. I thought it'd be like a hard thing to get, but we're just like, I guess let's try to buy it. And it was just normal, and it was like a normal show, but you could see it today. I don't know, whatever. So now we're back. I'm using the wrong key to open the mailbox, apparently. What's my point? I haven't done any drawing. I will. Hey, so it's just about midnight. Q and Scott just went to bed. I have been ready for bed for a while. I got an okay night's sleep last night. I think I got like 6 hours, maybe 7, that should be okay. But I got 6 or 7 the night before, and before that I got like 5, and before that I got like 4, so it's catching up to me. And then I was out all day, walking around, and I had a little caffeine earlier, which the side effect is usually that I end up getting tired or more tired later, which is why I try not to drink it so much. But I haven't drawn at all, which in and of itself is fine, but I haven't done my 30 minutes, which is not okay, so I gotta do that. I'm in the 80s here. I can't mess up my perfect run now by missing 30 minutes. In the 80s, that'd be crazy. I heard back from the library I worked at, and they're interested in having me come back and do a few more workshops, which is cool. And also, one of my corporate caricature clients contacted me about some client work, which I told them I could do, but they have to wait until like 2 weeks or whatever, which will be the point when I'm done with the prints I need for the Power Rangers convention. I'll have sent away to the printer, but I will not have yet gone to the convention, so I'll do it in that buffer in between. But I, as usual, I was like, if you need it sooner, let me know, and I could do it for a rush fee. So I kind of hope they don't want me to do it sooner because, yeah, awesome, easy money, but I'll be tired like this more often. So I'm gonna do my just bare minimum 30 minutes, and then play with the cats, feed the cats, and go to bed. So, and then we have people coming over tomorrow. Plans we made with some friends that we haven't seen in a while, that we made a while back. It's one of those things where like we can never quite get it together to make plans, and so we're like, well, we're gonna plan ahead. Gosh darn it! And then unexpectedly, our buddy Scott came into town because he had a job interview and a bunch of other stuff. Blah 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 blah, and which is just resulting in like I wish I could do nothing tomorrow, but I hope what we end up doing is sit around watching TV. I don't know. I might feel better tomorrow, but right now I'm so tired. Like, if they canceled, I'd be like, good. All right, I gotta do my 30 minutes. Okay, I'm done. I actually put in a little over 30 minutes, not an hour. So I did my normal, between 30 and an hour. I'm tired. Panels left. I thought this would be the easiest one, so to go easy on myself, I looked at it. But I don't know, the face was bothering me, so I kind of did a draw over to kind of, I don't know, bolster the structure or whatever, and I started inking on this, and then I went back to inking on this, and basically I got to about here. And it's okay, I don't love it. I think the hand needs some work. I'm not sure, something's going on here that I don't like. I think I put a few too many lines, because it's supposed to be a younger person. I think I made him look older. I mean, a lot of that is acne, of course, but I think that, I don't know. I think I'm tired, and I was trying to fix some problems, and I didn't really fix them all the way. And I need to revisit this and do some more work on it. Even if I was willing to push through and keep working on it, I don't think I'm in a good headspace to be problem solving. If it was a little bit more detailed, like pencil phase, I could probably just get through on the inks, but I'm sort of redrawing and I'm not doing a good job. So anyway, I'm going to bed and I'll see you tomorrow. It's day 83. I got an okay night's sleep last night, not the super good night I would like to have gotten. But now we're out. We had some IHOP. We caught up with some other friends other than Scott, who's just, you know, always here and not special anymore. But we are walking through the Japanese gardens near our place. Quite a photogenic little atmosphere. It's very pretty, but very small. And so you can kind of walk through the whole thing in like 2 minutes. But if you stop and smell the roses, it might take you 20. And therefore, it'll take us about 20. Now I'm just gonna walk up this little step area. Okie dokie. Gonna step out and look over the space below.
I hope I don't drop my phone camera. Look, you're with me, everybody. Look, you're in nature. Maybe it's cold, maybe it's nighttime. Maybe you live where they don't have trees. Well, now you get it. This is virtual reality. You suckers.
I don't know.
Yes. This is a men's. We're at Macy's. This isn't like some kind of crazy. It's a wolf, but like a Native American. And then there's this with scribble. It feels terrible to touch. It feels like a canvas sack, so divine backwards. There's everything wrong with it. Plus, I bet you it's like $80. Oh, sorry, 53. Oh, it was 90, but nobody wants to buy it because it's horrible garbage. Oh, if you designed this, I don't feel bad about saying this. You're the worst. Get a job in a factory. Ah, why?
Just went to the mall, been out doing things, a little bit tired. No work done yet. I'm standing above everyone else. As an leader monster man, I'm an alpha cruncher. I don't know, I'm weird today. I got a lot of energy. I think I got just enough sleep to have energy, but not enough to like reset my sanity. So we'll see how I do with drawing later. All right, I'm gonna jump down and break my leg. You wanna come with me? Here we go. Hey, I'm back. It's still the day, what? Yes. Hey, I'm back. I'm just sitting down now to try to get some work done. It is a little before midnight, I think. I lost track of time. I think it's 11:19. The clock just came up on my computer. And I was out all day. Had a good time-ish. Good time-ish because I was falling behind. I started catching up and I've been falling behind again. And it's sort of a thing where like I'm goofing off and having fun and doing things, but it's like a friend is in from out of town. We had plans with other friends for months ahead of time, and you know, like things like that I can't really not do, even though it's like recreation, it's like obligation, and I don't know, arguably I could be doing more, getting up earlier, cutting out, like whatever, but on top of that, I've been kind of tired. Today, I'm not as tired as I was yesterday, but I don't know, I ate too much or something weird and I'm not feeling awesome. And I know I've been kind of complaining in these videos, and I apologize for that. I don't like to be like a big pity party. I'm mostly sharing because I try to be upbeat on these things, and I am upbeat. It's not like I'm depressed or something, but you know, the past couple days have been a little, I hate to use the word rough because people go through so much more than I do, but lack of sleep, not feeling great, being super busy, things going on in life, and I'm still pushing through. And while I'm not getting work on my Power Rangers prints as much as I'd like, and I'm not getting things done here and there, and I'm kind of struggling to juggle a lot, no matter what else is going on, I'm doing my 30 minutes at the very least. And that's the challenge. That is the challenge right there. That's why we have it, because if I wasn't doing it, I wouldn't be working on the comic even that much the last couple days, which would be bad for several reasons, forgetting about the challenge itself, but like I have a limited amount of time to get these pages done for the book. So at the very least, it's forcing me to every day touch it, and that's a good thing. But I'm gonna get to touching it right now. That sounds weird. I'm gonna work on my comic. All right, I did about 45 minutes. Not feeling as fuzzy-headed as I was yesterday. Still working on the same panel, still getting a little frustrated, still not happy, but I'll show you what I've done. I had this part down here wasn't completely done, but I had the face more or less done, but as I said yesterday, I was kind of unhappy with it. So I sort of resketched it really quick red, and then I edited the inks a bit and redrew the glasses as well. So this is where I'm at now, and I do think this is better than where I was, but I'm having the usual problems I have of either I get it more or less anatomically correct, but the perspective is off, or then I fix the perspective, but now I'm losing the likeness, and so I've been struggling with proportion, likeness, anatomy, perspective, all at once. Still not loving it. Better than where it was. I'm gonna have to revisit it again, and I didn't even get to any of this stuff down here or the background. I just keep fighting this here, and my hope once again is that when I'm coming at this a little fresher, less frantically. Oh my gosh, I've been busy all day, but I have to do this 30 minutes, which again I do have to do, and I'm glad I'm doing it, and it's better than not working on it. But I'm hoping that when I maybe have a little bit more rest and I'm a little less rushed, that it'll work out better. Maybe if I'm in a similar place tomorrow, I won't look at this panel. I'll look at another one instead. Yeah. Okay, well, that's going to be it for today. So see you tomorrow. It's day 84. And I think I got a decent night's sleep for once. Hey, so I am here. I'm looking very nice and blurry. I must have gotten some blur on my whatever. Anyway, it is 1 a.m. I have done doing my work on the werewolves today. Werewolf story. The werewolf anthology, Werewolves and Unicorns and Other Mythical Creatures. We put a little subtitle on there. I don't know. We put it on there a while ago. We haven't really been saying it, but that is, it was always said, and now it is officially said. That'll be the actual title of the book. Moving on. I was going to work on another panel, but I was feeling... I started work earlier. I had a better night's sleep last night, so I tackled the face one again, and I basically redrew it completely. I pushed through to the end. It's done. I spent an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 hours? Between an hour and a half and 2 hours. So a long day today. It's done. I'm still not happy with it, but I have to move on. And that was what I said to myself today. I said, self, you got enough sleep. Just get it done. Finished, not perfect. And it's certainly not perfect, but it certainly is finished. And here it is. I redrew the face a couple times. I drew the hand a couple times. I fiddled with the shading a couple times. But in the end, it's done. And so I have to do these 2 panels, and I'll start on those tomorrow. Today was Scott's last day in town. He'll be leaving in a few hours. He'll be getting on an Uber to go to the airport. And so tomorrow will be the first day. He won't be here. Unfortunately, I have a lot of other things to catch up on. Client work and housework and things like that. I've gotten some more client jobs and a few other things. I'll still be working on this, obviously, but I also fell behind on my Power Rangers prints. I'm behind on everything, as I said. So while he'll be gone tomorrow, that doesn't mean I'm going to be blasting through on the werewolf story. That means I'm going to be picking up the slack on everything else and probably still just doing 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, on the story tomorrow. But that's where we're at, and that's fine. That's fine. I did my Power Rangers show today. Skipped the Twitch request show because I had a caricature job, and then I just wasn't having time to make it up, as I said. But I did do my Power Rangers show on Twitch, which will rebroadcast on YouTube as usual. There was no new episode this week, so we sort of did a Q&A, just sort of talking, answering questions, and shooting the breeze, which was fine. And it was good, and it was a little bit easier, so that was nice. And then next week, probably both shows back on as normal. Well, actually, Friday of this week, and then next week, both shows back on as normal. I said I was going to go. Now I'm really going to go. You go, too. Go boy. No, go tomorrow. Go girl. Go. Go. Oh, yeah, one last thing. Yesterday, I got some Easter candy at full price, which is not like me. I got some jelly beans, which I haven't gotten in a while, and I got expensive Russell Stover ones, and they were, delicious. I sort of finished them off today while I was working. This might not look finished to you, but I hate the white ones, and I don't really like the yellow ones. So what this means is I'll slowly pick at the yellow ones over the next few days, and then throw away the white ones. And that's how you win at jelly beans. To be clear, there were no black ones in this. If there were black ones in this, they'd already be in the garbage. Hey, it's day 85. You can see Star Commander is trying to climb through a window behind me. And I have an Uzi right here. It's mayhem. It's cat mayhem. What is she doing? You trying to dig through glass?
What?
She's trying to dig through glass. She can't dig through glass.
Dig through glass?
I hope she can't dig through glass.
No.
Regardless, so anyway, yes, it's day 85. I didn't get a good night's sleep again last night. Not horribly bad, but I have yet to get that one good night's sleep. I tend to stay up late, and then things wake me up in the morning, and there we are. So, I finished putting together the Power Ranger video. It is a cat swarm today. And shared that everywhere. I just did my 30 minutes on the comic because I have to send an order in to the printer for my Power Ranger prints, I believe tomorrow. I'll double check that, but today is my last, I think, full day to get some prints done, and so that's what I'm mainly going to be focusing on today. And I've talked about this before. I inked this entire figure. I even revised the legs a little and inked that hat, and that was my 30 minutes. Meanwhile, the panel I'd been doing previously, I'd spent like 3 hours redrawing it 15 times. Still not happy with it. This I'm much more happy with, and it just came out easily. So, you know, life is weird, art is stupid. I get a cup of coffee and then get to work at Power Rangers. Uzi, oh my gosh, she is just like headbutting my life. So it's still day 85. It's, I don't know, 2:30 in the morning. I had a fairly productive day. I did my werewolf work, you know, just the minimum half hour. Got 2 prints done for the Power Rangers. I need a shower. I need to trim my fingernails. Need to shave. Might even need a haircut, but the cats are all crying. I'm playing with the cats. But Star Commander got the toy and carried it away, so the other two are yelling at me like, "Where's our toy?" But
She's the one that has the toy. She's in her glory. Look at her. Look at her.
I had hoped to get 3 done today. I only got 2, and I was trying to figure out, I need to have the prints in, the order in by tomorrow. Short version is, I wanted to have it all in tonight or first thing in the morning so that I could guarantee have it by this Thursday, because I'm leaving Friday. And today's Tuesday, so this would be next week. I'm losing track. Next week, because you get 7 days, weekday, business day delivery guaranteed for like a relatively cheap price. Or you can expedite, and then it's $11. You get it in 5 days plus a percentage of your order. That's the part that really hurts, and I think I might have to do that just to guarantee I'm going to have everything, because it's going to take me a while to put the order together tomorrow. And I think this is what happened to me last time, where I counted the days, but I didn't count the ordering day. I'm like, well, I'll order it by the end of the day, but then that day doesn't count. I could still technically do it, but I'd like to get many more, but I'd really like to get 3 more, or maybe 2 more. So I'm thinking that I'm just gonna bite the bullet and say that the cost for my hanging out with our out-of-town friend and doing other things is that now I didn't get as much work done, and I'm gonna have to pay expedited shipping, and not the super or like overnight one, but the 5-day, and that will give me another day to work on art. So tomorrow I will do another 2 to 3 prints, but I will also have to put the order in. So maybe I can only do 2 prints. Well, the point is I'm going to still be working on Power Ranger stuff tomorrow, and we'll figure it out as we go. We have a motion detector. This is my backyard. We have a motion detecting light back here, and every now and then it goes off. It ignores like little things usually, like birds and squirrels and stuff. And I assume it's probably a cat, or I've seen like a possum and stuff. But I'm always terrified that I'm gonna look back here and just see some scary looking dude looking back at me. Ooh, like a bat about to smash the window, and I'll poop my pants. But today, yeah, just some animal that already left. You did a good job playing. This is the goal. She has so much extra energy, we're supposed to get her panting. And it's hard, but I fixed a broken old toy, and she lost her mind and actually got panting again for the first time in a while. Good job. This is the correct direction to point the camera. I did take a shower, still haven't shaved, so I'm clean but scruffy, and it is about 8 o'clock at night. I did get up at a fairly reasonable hour. I think it was like 11-ish, and pretty much got right to work. Did 2 new Power Ranger prints. Haven't done my work on the werewolf story yet. That will be coming at some point. I'll be doing my minimum, as I said. I want to do a million more prints. I want to do at least 1 more today, but also, if you look over here, I got a bucket of prints. I got to check inventory of some of my old ones. Specifically, well, it doesn't matter. Certain ones that the actors are going to be there, or no, I know that sell well. I want to make sure I don't need to put in more orders of those. So I'm going to do that now. I just went out to the garage to get them. Once I tally that inventory, I'm going to get to work on my next print, and then either start putting the order in or do the 30 minutes. I'm not sure what. I realized I hadn't done anything today, and here's the beginning of this day at the end, although the end is going to be the middle because it's going to be a long night for me. All right, it's 9:30. I've decided to be lazy. As I said, I'm behind already. Theoretically, I think I could maybe, since I'm doing the 5-day guaranteed shipping, I could maybe push it till tomorrow, but I wanted to do it today to be safe. And so I wanted to have 3 prints done. I have 2, well, I have more than 2 for today. I got 2 nudes done today. And it's 9:30 now, so I've spent an hour and a half in the garage looking through prints, figuring out what I need, because there's a few I need to reorder. Mostly Green Ranger stuff, and I still have to do my 30 minutes. Got to get this order in. It was going to take me a little while. I haven't had dinner yet, and I think I'm going to not do that last print. And the reason I'm struggling with that is because I already am a day late, so it's like, well, now I have time to do the extra prints, and I did 2 of them, and those 2 filled another team, and theoretically that's a set, and hopefully that'll sell. And in addition, my goal was to have a print of every person that will be there, and I have that. And I think now I even have, for the most part, if they did multiple characters, I think I even have all multiple characters, and I have 2 full teams that I didn't used to have, which typically, hopefully, will sell better. The one blank spot that I wanted to fill was there's a voice actor, I'm going to get his name wrong. Is it Kieran Morgan? Anyway, he did the voice of Goldar. He also did the voice of Magna Defender and a few others, but those are the two big ones. And I wanted to have a Magna Defender done, or failing that, a new Goldar. I don't have that. So he's the one actor that theoretically I don't have art for. Well, I don't have a headshot for, but I had a while back done a Goldar print. It was one of the first Power Rangers ones I did. It doesn't fit this size and it's older art, but I still have a couple copies kicking around. So arguably, if somebody says, hey, do you have anything for this actor? Do you have any Goldar? I actually do, but it won't match anything else. And so I've been kind of burning myself out a little bit here, and I decided that I'm still gonna be up late, still gonna be doing work, but I'm not gonna kill myself doing that extra print. And so I've been uploading the files I need here. I'm warming up the pizza oven. I'm gonna have a little DiGiorno, actually take an hour break and watch a TV show with my wife, which is always nice. She's been missing me because as soon as our friend from out of town left, I was like, even before he left, I was like, I'm gone. So for like the last 2 days, I've just been essentially invisible. I mean, I've been here, but yeah, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, so I gotta get to that, and we'll talk again before the end of the day. It's 1 a.m. I forget where we left off. I did 2 caricatures. What am I saying? I did the 2 Power Rangers, which I didn't. Actually, I'll show you. These are the two. These are the 2 I did today. This yellow and this pink. I think the pink came out better than the yellow. This yellow was just kind of weird. This thing, I feel like it's just weird. Like it's an odd design. I mean, they're all odd designs. This is Zeo, and I always found the helmets a little bit bizarre. And previously I'd done these 2, which filled out the set. And then I have a few more in here. This one I did yesterday. That one I did, oops, whatever, you get the idea. I got a bunch of new headshots. I wanted to get one more done. I decided to skip it so that I can get my print order in. Speaking of which, why is this not coming up? Put the pre-order up for this Nessie print just for 1 day. So I kind of skipped a step. I was going to do one more Power Ranger print. No, fall. I saved it. I was going to do one more Power Ranger print. The one person who I wanted to do one for today that I've been talking about, I don't have anything for them because I don't have anything from this series, but they do Goldar, and I said this. I'm repeating myself. So anyway, I hung out with Q for a bit, and now I am going to do the werewolf stuff. Yeah, in between I answered a bunch of emails that I've been neglecting, and Gig Masters, which is a party caricature thing, and yeah, I don't know. I got a couple emails recently about private commissions, about corporate caricatures, about live caricature jobs, and a few other things that I've been responding to, but normally I'm like Johnny on the spot, and I've been doing it more like once a day at the end of the day, because I check the emails throughout the day, but usually they're nothing that needs to be responded to immediately, and it's not like a yes or no thing. It's like I have to read what they're asking, think of a price and answers and things like that. So that's what I was doing. I did book a job, a proposal job, which I've done 2 of before. One went well, one did not, and therefore I raised my prices. And when I say proposal job, it means I show up and I pretend to be drawing, but I've already drawn a picture of them ahead of time. And yeah, so the second one went awkwardly, so I decided I'm gonna double my price, and usually that scares people off, but this time it didn't, so I guess I'm doing it. Meanwhile, I put up the Nessie for pre-order, and I put my print order in for everything, and it went quicker for a couple reasons. Scott Circlin had recommended to me a while back when I was complaining I used cat print, and I was like, it takes so long to upload each one. He put all the specifics in for each one. He was like, well, if they're all the same size, you could put them together as sort of like a batch, like as though it was a booklet or something, but you don't get it stapled or anything. It's just instead of doing 1 page, 1 page, 1 page, you do 15 pages. And they're all loose, so it doesn't matter because they're prints. But the 2 problems with that were that some of them I was going to get 5 or 10 or 15, so I had to decide, well, I'm going to get all the same number of these, and it had to be homogenized. And so what I did is some I got 10, some I got 15, but they all had to fit into those parameters to make it work the way, the batching works. And the other thing is, I typically have color front, black and white back, where I just have my info in the back. And for some reason, when I imported them, there was no way I could import them where they just made sense. So I had to like move them around and then put a note to make sure it was correct. And I did all that, figuring, well, this is a little bit more work up front, but I think in the long run, it'll save me time. And it did. It was a little bit quicker. It's not as quick as I'd like, but definitely saved me some time, so worth doing. But the bigger thing was it saved me money. It cut my costs way down, like maybe a third. because the way prints work, the more you order, the cheaper it is, which is why I never order one print. I order 5 or 10. Usually I like to order 10 because that's what kind of it starts the breaking point where it makes it more worthwhile. But by batching them together, even though I was getting the same amount printed, they're now saying, oh, this is a 16-page document and you want 15 of it. And so I get a lower price than if I got 15 individually. So that was awesome, and I was stoked, except then I realized, oh, like the last 4 orders I put in, I paid way more than I had to. So it was happiness followed by despair. But moving on, I know what to do. It makes it a little quicker and a lot cheaper, so that's awesome. And while I was putting these in, I put the Nessie art in. I put it up as a pre-order. I put the pre-order up last night and said it would run for a day, which technically now we're done. You know, I haven't taken it down. I'll take it down tomorrow when I get up, just to give it a little bit more extra. But the idea with the pre-order is people that follow me get a discount, because I normally sell an 11x17 large print like that for $20. The headshots are more $10. So I put up the Nessie pre-order, and when I've done this in the past, I put it at half price. So it's only $10 instead of $20. The idea is normally I ship it out within a day or two. Now you're gonna have to wait a couple weeks because I have to send the files to the printer, get the print back, blah, 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 blah. And if you're willing to jump in before I even have the prints and wait, then you get a discount. And the advantage for me is it helps me gauge interest, so I could have an idea how many people are excited about the pre-order. Might give me an idea how many people would buy the print proper, and it helps offset the cost. So this time, just in the one day I've been doing it so far, I've gotten 3 pre-orders, which is awesome. And that helps defer the cost right off the bat, so I can order a few more knowing that, well, I've already sold at least 3. And in the past, I've given it a few days a week or whatever, but this was sort of the last minute thing because I wanted to throw it in the order with the Power Ranger headshots because it helps with shipping. I did have to pay for the 5-day shipping, but again, it wasn't that bad. And honestly, having the pre-orders helped a little bit with that. So yeah, I gotta work on the werewolf story. I decided to be lazy about the other print, but I'm getting tired again now, and I still gotta do this and then play with the cats and stuff. Hey, it's day 87, and I think yesterday I forgot to show you what I did for my time. If that's the case, here it is. If that's not the case and I showed you, then there's nothing to show you, and I will continue after a brief odd pause. I have spent most of the day, I was out, had to go to a doctor's thing, and then I've been doing some housework, catching up on emails, things like that. I have not worked on my werewolf story yet today, but I will. I will. All right, I've done about an hour. I might do more later, but I fulfilled the requirement for today. What I was doing was finishing this panel. The inks were pretty much done yesterday. I added a little bit more texture to the wall, and then I put in the 2 shades of gray, finishing it. This panel's already done, and I started working on this panel, but I remember from earlier on, the pose of the kid with his hand on the door was giving me trouble. This is the one I had originally sort of landed on after working on it a bit, because it needs to be grabbing the handle, but also putting a hand on his head, and the werewolf energy is there. So I had to kind of make the werewolf sort of semi-transparent, but it's still kind of awkward. And originally I had him, I know I tried both ways with the hand, using the left hand as well. For some reason I couldn't get it to work. This is where I'm at now. It looks a little bit like he's saluting. I'm gonna stop for now, but this might be a better solution than the one I had at the end of my last round. But this will have to be the, I don't want to say final solution. This will be the last time I work on it before it goes to print. So yeah, I'm gonna step away, and then, but again, that's where I got it, is redrawing this kid and kind of trying that and getting all that gray done. So I'm gonna step away now. And I'm back. I did some things, and then I came back to this and spent about 45 minutes redrawing that boy again. That boy. I redid the pose once. I inked it back on it, and then I redrew the hand a few times, and I've been redrawing the face. It's funny because I really like the way this hand came out, super fast and easy. This one I had to redraw like 4 times, and now I just think it's passable. Similar with the face, it's okay. Like I talked about in other ones, I'm trying to get the likeness correct, but also the expression is weird because it's sort of a squinting smile, but without putting too many lines because they're young. And yeah, I think I'm going to be done with it for now, work on the rest of the panel, and then see if it still bothers me after I've shaded it and stuff. But I'm not going to do that right now because I got to go get dinner. All right, it's about 11:30 p.m. and I put more work in. I spent about another hour and a half, watched the Artcasters that had Teresa Di Pilar, I'm probably saying that wrong, in it today, on it. Good show. Anyway, you could check them out either on Scott Circlin's channel or Joshua Kemball's channel. And I took that time to finish the last panel on page 2. And here it is. I kind of got done with this. One thing I do is I erased some of the lines on the face to make it look more youthful. And then the werewolf and the door frame, and most of this stuff was pretty worked out, so I didn't have to worry about it. What took the most time was there's a bunch of different layers for the shadows and the highlights, so I had to just sort of layer that all in. and I had to make sure it matched the style I had done up here, both on the werewolf energy and on the shadow creatures. So I did, and I liked it, and that means I got the first 2 pages inked and done. Good goes. All right, hey, let me get down here. Same day, I just put in about another 45 minutes after the Artcasters. I revised the close-up panel on the bottom of page 2, which I'm not going to bother showing you because it's probably won't even know the difference. I'm a little happier with it. It was my least favorite panel on the whole 2 pages. It's still not my favorite, but I fixed it a little bit. And I think part of the problem, maybe I will show you. This is a little bit low res because it's the JPEG, but part of the problem, I adjusted the eyes a little bit and I put a little bump on the nose, but the biggest thing was the mouth, and I think it had kind of like a durr or like an almost scared face, which made no sense. It's supposed to be sort of just like whimsical or yearning or whatever. It was looking out the window, but not durr and not scared, which I think was it kind of previously doing. And it wasn't even that I couldn't get the expression I wanted. I hadn't really been looking at the script, and I was just going off the rough I had. When I looked at the script, I'm like, oh, that emotion doesn't even make sense for what I have written here. So sometimes the script can fix the art. I'm going to end it here. I'm hoping this video isn't too long. I think I got about 10 days worth in, but some of those days were really quick. So yeah, almost near the end. Got 2 more pages. Going to start blasting through them. Did a lot today. Going to start doing a lot more the next few days. I would like to have it done before even the end of my 100 days because in less than 2 weeks, which is before the end of the 100 days, I'm going to be going to Texas for Power Morphicon Express. And while I'm going to do my 30 days while I'm on the trip because I'm a professional and that's how you do this challenge. It'll be a lot easier if I'm working on the Horror A4 than on this because for that I could work on layouts and pencils and things like that. The hardest thing to do on my iPad is finished inks, which is where I'm at on this. So I'm going to try to get this done before I leave for my trip if possible. So anyway, thanks, goodbye, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. You can check me out on Instagram and Twitchers. Twitch, I'm going to be tomorrow, Friday, doing Twitch Request Live, probably for the last time for the foreseeable future. I am way behind on stuff. I'm overextended, need to cut something out, and it was either that, well, there's a lot of things, but when it comes to Twitch, it was either that or the Power Ranger show, and the Power Ranger show gets more views, and I have more fun doing. So that's the one I will keep, unfortunately. One of them's got to go, so goodbye, Twitch Request Live. Maybe you'll come back one day, but this week will be the Farewell show. Anyway, you can still follow me there and everywhere else. Blah, blah, blah. I'm Gazbot. Goodbye. So like Beck said, bottles and pans. And just pans and pots and pans, cans and pots and pans, cans and pots and pans, cans. Pans, pots, cans, cans, and pots, cans, mans, and knives, knives. Scissor.